Welcome to Bull Diamond at Blair Field for the series finale between the Long Beach State Dirtbags and San Jose State. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside JayDe Beaudry, and you are listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. The Spartans struck first with an 8-0 win on Friday, but the Dirtbags answered with a dominant 12-3 victory yesterday. This game today will decide the series, and JayDe, it's been a huge tale of two different days so far. Like I said, that game on Friday night was all Spartans all the way through. The Dirtbags did not really have any offense to show. Last night they came out, put up a 4-spot in the second inning, and led all the way through.
Yeah, San Jose State really dominated Long Beach on opening night. The Dirtbags got off to their worst opening night in a home opener in program history, but last night it was the Dirtbags offense that led the way. San Jose State puts up a 3-spot, but that was all three of those runs came in the sixth inning. It was Brad Sanfilippo who came away from last night saying the Spartans just weren't good enough, and TJ Bruce had that same feeling on Friday night. So both coaches come into the rubber match knowing their teams are capable of pulling out a win.
It's a lesson in the volatility of baseball that you can go from, like you said, the worst program home opening loss in Dirtbags history on Friday night to a good win yesterday, and now they're sending another true freshman to the mound. Luke Howe is the Sunday starter for Long Beach State, put up a 1.49 ERA as a senior at El Camino Real Charter. He's a guy that has big-time stuff, and the command, we'll see how it goes on the mound in college, but that'll be the goal, to let that stuff play.
Yeah, Howe's got a fastball that could touch 91, and he had a 7-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio in his senior year, so he's got some good stuff. We're going to see how well he fares on the mound. It's been a few guys making their Dirtbags debuts on the mound this weekend.
Dirtbags out on the field getting ready now. They're in their black uniforms. It's a black jersey with Long Beach in white text across the front, black hats and white pants with a black pinstripe down the side. Introduce you to the defense behind Luke Howe on the mound for Long Beach State. Connor Stewart, the sixth-year catcher, in the squad to complete the battery. Dylan Lena, the third baseman, with Aaron Perez over at first. Trotter Enright at shortstop. Camden Gasser at second base. Same infield alignment they've had all three games this weekend. Caden Smacka gets his second straight start in left field. Trevor Goldenet's in center again. And Matt Toomey rounds things out in right field. Yeah,
Luke Howe warming up to some Michael Jackson as well. Absolutely love the freshman getting dialed in right here.
For San Jose State, they're wearing blue jerseys with gray pants, a yellow stripe down the side of the pants with blue bordering. They'll have Alex Fernandez in the leadoff spot again, playing right field. Has been fantastic so far this series, only has been retired twice. Brent Cota in the 2 spot, the center field graduate student. Jake McCoy batting third and left. Vincent Gambardella DHing, started the last 2 games at catcher. In the cleanup spot again, though, Rocco Caballero moves down to the 5 spot, started the first 2 games in the 2-hole. He'll play shortstop. Dylan Jackson, the Long Beach State transfer, starts at catcher and bats 6th. Anthony Shepler at first base batting 7th. JC Osorio-Agard, the third baseman, bats 8th. And then Peyton Rolls, the true freshman, at second base, batting 9th. Alex Fernandez digs in. Howe works out of the windup, and the first pitch is in on the inside corner for strike 1 as we're underway.
Spartans have reshuffled their lineup today, but Alex Fernandez hitting .857 through the weekend. He has been lights out, was the catalyst of the Spartans offense on Friday night.
The only 2 times he's been retired was a strikeout last night. The 0-1 is chopped foul down the first base line. He struck out last night and then had a sacrifice fly on Friday. Otherwise, he's been on base every single time that he's been up there. Been great out of the leadoff spot so far. An .857 average, as you said, and .778 on base.
Fernandez is just a single machine. Great at putting the ball in play, and the Dirtbags have shifted over to try to alleviate Fernandez's offensive prowess. Cam Gasser shaded more towards first base than he was on Friday night.
All 6 of his hits in the 7 at-bats are singles. 0-2 swung on and missed. A good changeup from Howe. Pulls the string off the outside corner. He sets Fernandez down on 3 pitches to begin the ball game.
What a start from the true freshman. Looking down at the Spartans' offensive leader and giving him 3 pitches of heat. Fernandez retired for the second time this weekend, and now back-to-back strikeouts for the senior.
It's a filthy changeup there. 17 inches of arm side run for Luke Howe, came in at 85. Brent Cota steps in next, left-handed hitting center fielder, in the first pitch, a slider that misses inside. Cota got the start last night after spending Friday on the bench, went 1 for 3 with a double, and got hit by a pitch his last time up there. This weekend, his first action as a Spartan, transferred in from Cal Poly Pomona. .350 average there for the Broncos last year. 1-0 popped up out of play down the left field line.
Cota, the graduate student in his 6th year of collegiate baseball before Cal Poly Pomona pined his trade at Mount San Antonio College. A journeyman through the lower ranks of college baseball, now moving up to the D1 level at San Jose State.
Right on left matchup. Another changeup gets a whiff. 84 miles an hour on the outside corner. Already looking like a quality pitch for Luke Howe. It's a 1-2 count to Brent Cota, up in the 2 spot for this one. Batted 5th yesterday for San Jose State. Actually 6th in the lineup. 1-2, lifted out into center field, having to range in on a run. Golden Nets, now it's the shortstop Enright who ranges out and makes the catch all the way in center field. Trotter Enright did a tumble as he went to the ground, but was able to squeeze it. It's a nice play by the Dirtbag sophomore, and they've got 2 down and nobody on.
Trotter Enright's had an up and down weekend, some errors and also a few flashy plays. That's probably his best, an over the shoulder sliding catch. Dirtbags have 2 down in the top of the first.
Jake McCoy in next. It's been a good weekend for him. Homered on Friday, added a double yesterday. Led the Spartans in slugging last year, already on a good track for that again. 93 mile an hour fastball on the outside corner for McCoy. To start the at-bat, throws it with some two-seam action. 18 inches of arm side run on the fastball there as well. A 1 chopper to the left side. Dylan Lena, the third baseman, ranges into field, throws with plenty of time to retire McCoy. It's a good start for Luke Howe as he sets the Spartans down in order. Going to the bottom of the first inning. We're still scoreless on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State coming up to bat now in the bottom of the first inning. No score between the Dirtbags and the Spartans. San Jose State sending the left-handed senior Jesse Gutierrez to the mound. Was their Friday night starter to begin the season last year, but only 5 games in, suffered an injury that held him out for the rest of the year. Was fantastic, though, in the action that he saw. 2.36 ERA and an opponent average just under 200.
Yeah, Brad Sanfilippo called losing Jesse Gutierrez a gut punch for the Spartans last year. Required Tommy John surgery in the offseason. Great to see him back on the bump here for a Sunday start.
It's a quick return for Tommy John surgery, less than 12 months back on the bump. Trevor Goldenetz will lead things off for Long Beach State. Batted in the leadoff spot yesterday as well. Went 1 for 4 with a walk and a stolen base. Left on left matchup to kick this thing off. Senior on the mound and the freshman in the box. No score to begin the bottom of the first inning. First pitch from Gutierrez, a fastball in the outside corner for a strike. Take you through the rest of the Dirtbag order. Camden Gasser will bat second. Walked 4 times last night after walking 2 times on Friday, so he's already been an on-base machine. On 1 pitch, fouled straight back, so Goldenetz is behind 0-2. Trotter Enright in the 3 spot again. It's 3 straight lefties at the top of the Dirtbag order despite the southpaw on the mound. Dylan Lena in the cleanup spot, went 2 for 4 with 4 driven in the win yesterday. Aaron Perez will bat 5th, 2 for 6 with an RBI last night. 0-2 curveball off the outside corner. Matt Toomey bats 6th in right field again for the Dirtbags. Had a triple and 2 hits yesterday. Jake Evans back in the starting lineup, came off the bench yesterday after starting in the opener. Caden Smacka bats 8th in left field, and then Connor Stewart rounds things out in the 9 spot. Fastball misses high to Goldenetz, and the count's even 2-2.
Goldenetz, a guy that began the weekend batting 6th TJ Bruce had Golden Nets at the top of the order throughout the fall, though, so it's back-to-back games now where Golden Nets is in a familiar position.
Lifts one out of play down the left field line, so the count stays at 2s. Jesse Gutierrez made the Mountain West All-Tournament team in 2024. This is his 4th season with the Spartans, so spent his whole collegiate career with San Jose State. Two slider missed outside. He's a guy that making it back from rehab might not be all the way built up to start deep in games yet, so we'll see how long he can go today. But as this spring goes on, definitely expect San Jose State to rely on him quite a bit. Gets a chase here up above the zone on a fastball and sets Golden Nets down on strikes.
Yeah, the 91-mile-an-hour fastball at that. Sanfilippo says that Gutierrez may only get an inning or 2 today, but he's going to make the most of it. And Golden Nets relaying some instructions now to the 3-hitter before he heads back to the dugout. Trotter Enright, the sophomore, getting some instructions, knowing he will face Gutierrez in the bottom of this frame.
Scouting report delivered. First pitch fastball missed high to Camden Gasser, buzzed in at 92. It's a 4-seam fastball that Gutierrez throws. Not a lot of arm side break. 1-0 fastball at the letters for strike 1.
Gutierrez is healthy. He's going to want to lead San Jose State to their 5th straight Mountain West Championship game appearance. The Spartans, even without Gutierrez and with their struggles on Friday night, put together an improbable season in 2025.
Tried to do it again, but a fastball just missed. Jackson behind the plate held it there for a while. He came in off the bench to catch the final few innings last night. Now gets the start in the squat today. 2-1 fastball, missed a little up, so it's a 3-1 count to Camden Gasser. We'll introduce the San Jose State defense. Mentioned Dylan Jackson is in the squat. JC Osorio-Agard at third base. Anthony Shepler across the infield at first. Rocco Caballero at short, and Peyton Rolls at second. 3-1 fastball missed high, so it's a walk again to Camden Gasser, his 7th of the weekend already. 2 springs ago in 2024, had a .507 on base with Purdue. So he's showing off the on-base ability to begin this new year. The outfield left to right for San Jose State, Jake McCoy, Brent Cota, and Alex Fernandez, with Trotter Enright stepping up to the plate for the Dirtbags.
Camden Gasser walked 4 times last night, came around to score thrice, including when he was walked in the first inning. Similar situation for the Spartans to deal with here to start off this one. Blanked in the top of the frame, Dirtbags trying to get on the board first.
There's going to be a pitch clock violation called. Something on home plate that Enright threw over. It looked like that was a pitch clock violation. The scoreboard hasn't been updated. First pitch misses outside. So for now it shows 1-0. And it is supposed to be a 1-1 count. Home plate umpire today, Javier Navarro, gesturing, and now the scoreboard is updated. So Enright got hit with a pitch clock violation as he was stepping in. Now fouls one straight back into the netting, and he's behind 1-2. Rest of the umpire crew, Brian Frisch down at first base, Jeff Clough at second, and Troy Hodak at third. Same crew for all 3 games this weekend, but they've rotated around as is customary. 1-2, hard ground ball over to shortstop. Caballero on a slide, stabs it. There's a second for 1. Throw across the first in time. What a 6-4-3 double play rolled by the Spartans. Starts with a full dive to his right. Caballero able to field the ground ball and start a great turn. That ends the inning, and put a star next to that one.
And San Jose State, one of the best double play turning teams in the nation last year, get out of the bottom of the first by clearing the base pass. Great stab from Caballero, and it's lightning around the infield as we head to the second.
A heck of a turn for the Spartans to end the first inning. Going to inning number 2, still scoreless on 22 West Radio. Vincent Gambardella stepping in to lead off the top of the second inning for San Jose State. He was hitless yesterday, exited the game midway through, only 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. First pitch from Howe out of the windup, popped up out of play down the left side. It was a great first game of the season for Gambardella. Went 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles and 2 walks as well. So try to get back to that. Only played 12 games at UNLV last year before transferring now to San Jose State. Started in the cleanup spot all 3 games this weekend. Here's a line drive up the middle and through into the right center gap. Hard hit ball off the bat of Gambardella, but Golden Knights got over in time to hold him to 1. It's a leadoff single for the Spartans.
On Friday night, Gambardella knocked 2 stand-up doubles, plenty of power in his bat, and gets a stand-up single. And will stand up on first now, setting the table for Rocco Caballero.
Turned that one around at 100 miles an hour. There's another changeup from Howe on the mound, but hung over the middle of the plate. Rocco Caballero stepping in now. Started in the number 2 spot in the order the last 2 games, but after going 0 for 8 to start the series, now stepping into a pitch clock violation. So Caballero behind 0-1 before he sees a pitch. First pitch misses down in the dirt, so the count evens 1-1. What a sentence that is. The first pitch makes it a 1-1 count.
And last year, Caballero was solid, batted .286 with a .443 slugging percentage. Just has not been his series against the Dirtbags this weekend.
Luke Howe going out of the stretch for the first time. Here's a chopper on the ground to second base. Fielding Gasser throws the second in time. The throw across the first is also in time. It's a 4-6-3 double play as the Dirtbags wipe the leadoff single off the board. 2 down and nobody on now for the Spartans.
And for the second time this weekend, Caballero hits into a double play. Good turn from the Dirtbags as well. The throw in plenty of time down to first, and both teams trade double plays here in the opening few frames.
Nice job by Luke Howe to throw a ground ball. It was a true sinker that time, 92 out of the hand to get Caballero to roll over. Now he delivers a first pitch strike to Dylan Jackson. Jackson, a somewhat familiar name here at Blair Field, played in 8 games last year for the Dirtbags. Was a first baseman and catcher off the bench. Sinker misses low from Howe. Now in his redshirt junior season as he transferred up to San Jose State.
It's Jackson's 4th program in 4 years. Began his career with a redshirt at Cal Poly Pomona before moving on to Ventura College, and then right here at Long Beach State last year.
Swing and a miss on a nice slider from Howe. One and 2 to Dylan Jackson. 2 down and nobody on after the 4-6-3 double play. Howe again out of the windup, breaks the hands high and misses with a slider. His arms move quite a bit in the windup. Gets up high as he steps back towards the rubber. Howe stands 6'3", listed at 180 pounds. Lanky look on the mound. Fastball fouled straight back. Jackson stays alive.
And Howe's routinely touching above 90 here through the first 2 innings. 92 on the last pitch, and Jackson fouls it back into the parking lot.
So far we've seen 2 different fastballs, a 4-seam and sinker, and then also the changeup and slider from Howe. 2-2 heater missed high. Full count to Dylan Jackson. After he came off the bench last night, his only at-bat, he struck out. Bat waggle up above his head as the full count pitch is lifted out into right field. Toomey ranging over towards the line, but he'll get there and camp underneath it to make the catch. Luke Howe faces the minimum in the second inning, and we're going to the bottom half, still scoreless on 22 West Radio. Dirtbags had one man reach in the bottom of the first inning, but got wiped on a double play. So it's 4, 5, and 6 due up in the bottom of the second. Still no score. Jesse Gutierrez back out there for the Spartans to face Dylan Lena, leading off the inning. Lena went 0 for on Friday to open the year, but had a good game yesterday. Fouls the first pitch, a breaking ball back into the netting. Last night opened the scoring with an RBI double in the bottom of the first inning. Wound up finishing 2 for 4 with 4 RBI. Got hit by a pitch later as well, so reached 3 times. A 1 swung on and missed. Another breaking ball had Lena out ahead.
Lena missed the back half of last season with an injury and was the starter at third base. His injury is what forced TJ Bruce to get creative in the infield.
0-2 fastball misses high.
But when he was on the field, especially at the plate, he was outstanding. A .571 slugging percentage. Had 3 doubles last year and 1 triple. A big-time power bat that the Beach are happy to have back.
5 homers in his 22 games as a fastball sails to the backstop. 2-2 count for Dylan Lena. Gutierrez has been sticking with that 4-seam so far. 2-2 this time pulled a string on a changeup, but Lena lays off of it. He's worked the count from 0-2 to full. Aaron Perez waiting on deck for the Dirtbags. Left on right matchup opening the bottom of the second inning, and another changeup misses down. So Dylan Lena works it from 0-2 all the way back to a walk, and the Dirtbags have the leadoff man on.
Jesse Gutierrez just pitched himself out of a strikeout there, and there's already some action in the Jared Weaver bullpen. It's a Spartan righty warming up as Gutierrez is not expected to go too far into this game.
It's the second walk that Gutierrez has issued through 4 batters. Making his return to the mound after elbow surgery ended his season early last year. Lena off of first base, Aaron Perez in the box. First pitch fastball misses high. The best start that Gutierrez had last year before he hit the shelf was against Perez's team, Utah Tech. Aaron Perez was not in the lineup that day. One-0 chopper on the ground towards second base. Rolls Fields. Underhand toss to second base. Caballero's throw to first is in time. It's the second double play already for the Spartans, this time of the 4-6-3 variety. And the Dirtbags have 2 down and nobody on.
Gutierrez just pitches Perez a ground ball. And another great turn by the Spartans infield. A hallmark of their playing style under Branch Gianfilippo is not being physical at the plate, but making the plays around the diamond. They have a solid defense all around that infield, and it's usually backed up by pretty good pitching.
Matt Toomey in now, takes a fastball for strike 1. The Spartans last year were top 4, finished 4th in the country in total double plays. The 3 teams ahead of them all had at least 6 more games played, so there was an argument to say, as the 0-1 hits Toomey on the front arm, right on the elbow guard, so he's all good as he heads down to first base. There was an argument to say the Spartans were the best double play turning infield in the country last year on a pace basis. Hit by pitch sends Toomey down to first base with 2 outs. A lot of speed there, so this is a good chance for Toomey to potentially steal a base. Jake Evans digs into the right-handed box. Man on second, 2 outs. Still no score in the bottom of the second inning between Long Beach State and San Jose State. First pitch fastball catches the up and away quadrant of the zone for strike 1.
And working his way through the meat of this Long Beach batting order, the power hitters, if you will. It's Gutierrez trying to pitch away from the Dirtbags here on the bottom of the second.
0-1 popped up out of play down the right field line. 26 pitches for Jesse Gutierrez so far. Left-handed senior is on a pitch count. There's been action down in the Spartans bullpen throughout this bottom of the second inning. Toomey with a good lead off of first base. 0-2 count. Toomey runs. Pitch misses low, and Jackson won't have a throw. Matt Toomey steals the bag, and now the Dirtbags have a man in scoring position. 1-2 count to Jake Evans.
And that's the speed you were talking about, Bruce. Matt Toomey up on his horse.
Told me he stole north of 20 bags as he was a Summer League All-Star playing up in Minot. 1-2 pitch popped up within the infield. That'll get into foul territory. Shepler ranges over and just in front of the warning track makes the catch to end the inning. There's a lot of foul territory here at Blair Field, so Shepler had plenty of room for that one. We're going to the third as the Dirtbags leave one stranded, still scoreless on 22 West Radio. Luke Howe back out for Long Beach State, entering the third inning. Still no score. It's the bottom third of the order due up for San Jose State. Anthony Shepler digging in the 7-hitter. Has started all 3 games this weekend at first base, 1 for 7 with a walk so far in the series. First pitch from Howe popped up down the left field line. That'll get out of play and over towards the Dirtbag bullpen.
Over towards the VIP area. There's some tables set up right next to the bullpen. Looks like a few lucky fans come away with a foul ball.
0-1 fastball taken off the outside corner. Shepler played 4 games at Ohio State last year as a freshman. Transferred from the Big Ten now to the Mountain West. 1-1 swung on and missed. Another really good changeup from Luke Howe. It's been an impressive arsenal so far here to begin his collegiate career. 20 inches of arm side run on that last changeup at 85. That's filthy stuff. He works out of the windup again. 1-2 taken down and in. A sinker there for ball 2. A lot of moving parts in the windup of Luke Howe. Starts with the glove up high in front of his face, dips it down to the belt before bringing it back up and then delivering another changeup. That one dove into the dirt. It was picked out by Stewart and he throws down to first base to record the strikeout for Luke Howe. It's his second punch out so far, both of them on that changeup.
And Howe just looks comfortable out there on the mound here, working into the third. No hitch in his gait. He's moving with some confidence that certainly looks beyond his years.
J.C. Osorio-Agard digs in, got moved down the order to the 8th spot today. A slider misses high to begin the at-bat. Osorio-Agard 1 for 8 so far in the series, went 1 for 4 last night. 1-0 taken just below the knees. 2-0 count to the Spartan third baseman.
Osorio-Agard batted 5th, and he's also struck out twice here on opening weekend.
Right on right matchup, 1 down and nobody on. Howe gets a foul ball here. It's tapped back behind home plate. Sinker at 92 on the outside corner. Dirtbags infield shifted a bit to the left. Enright playing in the 5.5 hole. Gasser not quite behind the second base bag. 2-1 hard ground ball over to shortstop, and it goes right underneath the glove of Trotter Enright. It's a hard hit ball, 104 off the bat of Osorio Agard. We'll see how it's ruled, but he's down at first base now with 1 out for the Spartans.
It's the third time this weekend the ball's gotten right past Trotter Enright. On opening night, he fumbled the ball down in the dirt. Last night, had one go right through his legs, and it's a tough start for Trotter here in the rubber match.
Whether that's ruled an error or a base hit, that's certainly a play that TJ Bruce in the dugout would expect his shortstop to make. Dirtbags have already turned 1 double play so far. Man on first with 1 out. Peyton rolls, digs into the right-handed box. First pitch taken just off the outside corner. 1-0 to the number 9 hitter in the Spartan lineup. Top of the order looming on deck. They did rule it a single officially for Osorio Agard. Enright had to move to his left, and it's a hard hit ball as the slider misses. But he definitely did get there. Just bounced right underneath his glove, which is the same look he had on error that he committed yesterday. Suo, hard ground ball through the right side into right field. It's back-to-back base hits now for the Spartans. The 8 and 9 hitters both set the table for the top of the order. Alex Fernandez will come up with runners on first and second.
That's a pitch from Howe that just hangs in the zone. Solid contact, 102 off the bat. Now has the Spartans with runners in scoring position for the first time in this ball game.
Fernandez struck out his first time up there, was set down on 3 pitches. Changeup got him to chase. It's 2 hits in the inning so far for San Jose State. Back-to-back hard hit balls north of 100 miles an hour off the bat. Right on left matchup, Howe in a bit of a jam now to work out of. 1 out, runners on first and second. Shows bunt, but pulls it back as the slider misses in the dirt. Actually, the changeup that time at 85. Dirtbags in double play depth in the middle. Perez behind the runner at first base. Lena creeping in even with the bag at third. 1-0 pitch, fastball right at the letters. 4 strike 1.
Just catches the top of the zone. Alex Fernandez, a patient leadoff hitter, named to the preseason Mountain West All-Conference team just a few weeks ago.
Howe sets up near his ear. High held hands, and here's a hard ground ball up the middle. It gets past the diving Enright into center field. Golden Nets comes up throwing towards home plate, but it's cut off by Trotter in the middle. It's an RBI base hit for Alex Fernandez, and the Spartans strike first. It's 1-0 in the third.
Another pitch that just hangs low in the zone. Back-to-back batters faced by Howe, and back-to-back solid swings from the Spartans. And they're on the board first here in the top of the third.
Another hard hit ball, 102 off the bat for Fernandez as 3 straight ground balls get through for hits for the Spartans. It's still first and second with 1 out. Brent Cota digging in next. Cota in the left-handed box as a fastball misses down and in. Now Connor Stewart's going to call timeout and go out to talk with his freshman on the mound.
Connor Stewart was also behind the dish on Friday night when another 2 freshmen, Jason Jerfers, made his first start as a dirtbag, and there were plenty of situations just like this on Friday night where Jerfers gave up a few hits and a few walks and found himself with the bases loaded and only 1 out. So Stewart's been in this situation plenty over his 6 years of collegiate ball, and on Friday night, Luke Howe would have been watching from the dugout. Some words of wisdom delivered from the catcher, and ready to get back underway. The Dirtbags in a jam.
That single for Alex Fernandez, already his 7th hit of the series. Heck of an opening weekend for the Spartans right fielder. Howe comes home, pop up into short left field, ranging a bit to his left. Caden Smacka is camped underneath it. Runners will retreat as he makes the catch. Will stay first and second with 2 outs now in the inning.
That's a pitch from Howe that he just puts a lot of gas into, forcing some contacts out of Brent Cota, and it's an easy pop-up that does not allow the runners to advance.
Second out of the inning. Jake McCoy digs in next. Dangerous hitter in the 3-hole for San Jose State. Waggles the bat off his shoulder, dip down to up above his head as he checks his swing and takes A slider off the outside corner for ball 1.
Jake McCoy's going to wait for his pitch during this at-bat. Luke Howe wipes his right hand on his pant leg, gets set, but if anything hangs here for McCoy, he's swinging for the fences.
4 hits now for the Spartans off of Howe so far. 1-0, hard ground ball towards second base. Gasser ranges to his left, fields cleanly, and throws to first in time. So another hard hit ball on the ground, but this time Camden Gasser able to put it away. The Spartans leave a pair stranded, but an RBI base hit from Alex Fernandez gives San Jose State a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the 3rd on 22 West Radio. Caden Smacka leading off for Long Beach State. The Spartans make a pitching change. Jesse Gutierrez, we said, was on a leash today as he works back from Tommy John surgery, so he only goes 2 innings. First pitch in here, called strike from Peter Herrick, right-handed redshirt junior, transferred in to San Jose State after pitching for Portland last year.
It's Herrick's 3rd school in 3 years, previously at Edmonds College.
Curveball drops in for strike 2. Only appeared in 1 game for the Pilots last year. Gave up 4 hits in 1 inning of work. 0-2 curveball bounced about 5 feet in front of home plate. The count's now 1-2 to Caden Smacka. Was on the bench Friday night, but Smacka got the start yesterday. Went 0 for 1 with 3 walks before he got replaced defensively. It's the 7th inning he got lifted. 1-2 curveball fouled back. Was an excuse me swing from Smacka, but able to stay alive. Transferred to Long Beach State from the College of Southern Nevada. Batted .323 there last year. This is his redshirt junior season, first spring as a dirtbag. Fastball, hard ground ball up the middle, ranging to his right, rolls on a dive, makes the play, but his throw to first is not in time. Caden Smacka with good wheels down the line, able to beat it out for an infield single. Heck of an effort from Peyton Rolls at second base, but the Dirtbags have the leadoff man on for the 2nd straight inning.
Rolls flashes the glove, diving to his right, but it's Smacka turning on the afterburners, and the Dirtbags put a runner on.
Connor Stewart up next, the number 9 hitter for Long Beach State. Smacka down at first base, as he just showed down the line there with good wheels. Peter Herrick, does that fastball live in the low 90s? First pitch shows bunt, but pulls it back as a 91-mile-an-hour fastball misses low. Stewart got the start on Friday, went 0 for 3 before he wasn't in there yesterday. The freshman Damon Valdez got the start behind the dish. TJ Bruce turns back to the sixth year for this one. Shows bunt again, gets it down to the right side, ranging over Herrick Fields, and his only play is to first base. Tosses it there underhand. It's a successful sacrifice bunt for Connor Stewart. Dirtbags now with a man in scoring position for the top of the order.
Perfect bunt from Connor Stewart. Comes in and does his job. And the Spartans are going to keep an eye on Smacka now at second. Last year, stole 9 bases at Southern Nevada.
Trevor Goldenet's coming up for Long Beach State. Struck out his first time up. Had a 7-pitch at-bat before going down on a fastball. First pitch curveball in for a strike.
Little K-pop Demon Hunters from Jeff Littman. He's on top of it.
One of the best in the game, without a doubt. 0-1, line drive over into short left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Here comes Caden Smacka. He'll score. It's an RBI single for Trevor Goldenetz. The true freshman drives in a run, and we're tied 1-1 in the third inning.
It's a golden swing from the freshman. Cue ball into left, and that sacrifice bunt from Connor Stewart sets the table for Smacka to turn and burn on his way home. We're all tied at 1.
Camden Gasser coming in next. And once again, good speed on the bases for the Dirtbags. Goldenet's down at first base. Had a steal yesterday. 2 of them on the year, as he also stole a base Friday. Pickoff throw, but he dives back safely. Camden Gasser walked his first time up there. Already 7 walks in the opening weekend. First pitch comes in at the knees, a fastball for strike 1.
More action already in the Jared Weaver bullpen for the Spartans.
Can expect a bullpen day today. San Jose State deployed 5 pitchers yesterday, but only needed 2 to get through that 8-0 win on Friday. There's been a pitch clock violation called against Peter Herrick on the mound now. Already the 3rd pitch clock violation between the 2 teams so far today. There were only 2 between the first 2 games combined. Now another pickoff throw was a close play over there, but Goldenetz is back. 1-1 count for Camden Gasser. Fastball misses outside. As we said, Goldenetz with 2 steals down at first base. And the low cut stirrups off the first base bag. Now he started to go, then shut it down as a slider misses low. Spartans playing double play depth across the middle infield. The third baseman, Osorio Agard, is even with the bag. Shepler at first holding the runner on. Another fastball in. This time it's a strike. 90 miles an hour out of the right hand of Peter Herrick. Goldenetz off first base again. Pickoff throw, but he dives back ahead of the tag from Shepler. 3rd time that Herrick has thrown over there, keeping Goldenetz on his toes.
Goldenetz has a little bit of dirt to wipe off his uniform, has a sliding glove on his right hand, and that might have been the closest pickoff attempt yet. Goldenetz undeterred, though. 3-hop lead off of first.
Herrick comes set, comes home with a curveball that misses outside. So I don't know if I missed that pitch clock violation. It looked like that was the call at the beginning, but now the count is 3-2. Runner goes, ground ball up the middle to Caballero at short. He fields, but his only play is to first base. So a good move by TJ Bruce to send the runner. Camden Gasser grounds out to shortstop, but Goldenetz able to advance to second. If he wasn't moving, that would have been a tailor-made double play ball.
Excellent base running from Goldenetz. He's 3/4 of the way down the base path by the time the ball is put in play, and it was hit right to second base. So the Spartans unable to turn 2 for the 3rd time today. And now the Dirtbags put another runner in scoring position. with 1 out to burn.
Trotter Enright in. Pitch hit him. Got sprawled out to Dylan Jackson to his right, but it caught a piece of Enright before he could catch it. It's a breaking ball that came in and caught the lower half. First base was open, so Enright will head down there. Now 2 runners on for Dylan Lena.
Goldenets with a few nods to the dugout. He was ready to run, had that pitch been a little more inside. So Dirtbags looking to give Peter Herrick a little bit more to deal with on the mound. 2 hop leads off of first and second.
First pitch to Lena, a fastball that misses high. The outfield is all shaded to their left. Center fielder Coda playing over in the left center gap. McCoy hugging the line pretty hard in left field. Then Fernandez is out towards right center. 1-0 slider bends in for a called strike. Good speed at both bases for Long Beach State. Best runner is Goldenets at second. One to one in the bottom of the third. 2 outs and 2 on for the Dirtbags. Another slider. He checks his swing but fouls it straight back. Nothing more frustrating as a hitter than a check swing foul ball. And Lena's now in a 1-2 hole. Digs back in, right on right matchup. Slider missed in the dirt. Tried to get him a chase, but Lena lays off. He walked his first time up there, fell behind 0-2 before taking 4 straight balls and heading down to first base. Drove in 4 runs last night in the Dirtbags' 12-3 win. Hands held up high. Here's a throw to second base, but Goldenets dives back. There's a step off and turn to throw for Herrick on the mound.
Nice little inside move. Dylan Lena here. Toes on the inside chalk.
2-2. Slider hit him on the front leg, and Lena went straight down. That might have caught him right on the bone. Lena's still down on the ground, smacks the other batter's box. Hit him right on the front knee. So it's back-to-back hit by pitches for the Dirtbags, and Lena is still down on a knee right on home plate.
That one's going to leave a mark.
The way it ricocheted off his leg, you could tell it hit him flush and right on the bone of that front knee. Slider or not, 83 miles an hour right on the bone is going to hurt.
Slams his helmet down on home plate, and now he's back on his feet.
Lena got hit by a pitch yesterday as well. Got hit a few times last year, too. That was something that was part of his injury woes when he was able to play 22 games in his first spring as a Dirtbag. Given a slow walk down to first base, favoring that left leg. So bases loaded now for Long Beach State. Mound visit coming for San Jose State. Dirtbags will have Aaron Perez stepping up to the plate.
And Perez is a familiar foe here for Peter Herrick in his lone appearance last year for Portland against Utah Tech. He pitched against Perez in that outing where he gave up 4 runs. It was Perez, the first batter, who flew out to center field. So Herrick, a bit of familiarity, but with the bases loaded and 2 outs, anything's possible here for the Dirtbags.
Hasn't been a move or the indication given down towards the bullpen. So for now, it looks like they're going to stick with Peter Herrick on the mound. Dirtbags have the bases juiced. Dylan Lena still gave a sprint down the right field line and looks like he'll be good to stay in. And now finally, they are going to gesture to go to the bullpen. This is the similar move that Brandon Sanfilippo pulled out yesterday, where he walked out, had a full conference on the mound to give his reliever a couple extra throws, and then now when the home plate umpire finally walks out to break up the mound visit, he's going to go to the bullpen. They're going to a reliever. Spartans trying to shut down this Dirtbag rally. Bases loaded and 2 out, and a new arm coming in the game next on 22 West Radio. Luca Pintar, the reliever in the game for San Jose State, transferred in from San Diego State, Mountain West opponent, and the lefty's going to come in and try to put out the fire.
Pintar, a Bay Area native, born and raised in San Jose, set all kinds of records at Archbishop Mitty High School, where he was outstanding, still holds the school record for most career pitching victories.
Aaron Perez stepping into the box for Long Beach State. The bases are loaded with 2 outs, 1-1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Good chance here for the Dirtbags to try and take their first lead of the ball game. They've already brought 1 run across in the frame. So it's a left-on-left matchup. First pitch from Pintar, a fastball that misses high. Perez grounded into a double play his first time out. Looking for better fortunes this time. 1-0. Slider that missed outside. Came in at 81 miles an hour. Aaron Perez ahead in the count. Pintar will have to try and come after him now. Bases are juiced. Gives a full exhale with a shoulder drop. Now the 2-0 right on the outside corner. Sinker came in at 85 miles an hour. Our strike zone shows it might have been a bit off the black, but Pintar gets the call. Golden Knights moving around a bit at third base. Pintar stays composed and delivers a strike. Perez gave an awkward half swing right through the ball. Second guessing himself. Dirtbag first baseman resets, and he'll dig back in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with the bases loaded. Pintar sets at the chest. His 2-2 pitch, a slider that just missed inside. Perez stood there content for it to hit him, and it won't be the 3rd straight hit by pitch for the Dirtbags. Trevor Goldenetz reached base with an RBI single. He's down at third base. Enright got hit by a pitch at second, and Lena got hit by a pitch as well at first. Runners are going. Full count pitch comes home. It's a fastball that froze him on the outside corner. Called strike 3 as Aaron Perez goes down looking, and the Dirtbags leave him loaded.
86 off the arm, and it's dead center in the strike zone. Every runner with a healthy lead in the Dirtbags will rue that missed opportunity. They tie it up in the frame but cannot take the lead as we head to the 4th.
Luca Pintar does his job coming out of the bullpen and getting the out to keep it tied 1-1 going to the 4th inning on 22 West Radio. Vince Gambardella stepping in for San Jose State. We're a third of the way through, 1-1 after 3 innings. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the San Jose State batting order. Luke Howe works out of the windup, gets a pop-up out of play. It's 0-1 to start the at-bat to Gambardella.
Into the pine trees.
4 hits for the Spartans through 3 innings against Howe. Overall, would say the stuff has looked good, though, from the Long Beach State freshman. Fastball misses up and away. It's continued to be a mix of four-seam fastball and sinker as the hard offerings, and then he mixes in changeup and slider as well. Changeup's been mostly thrown to the left-handed batters with the slider against righties. Here's a changeup that misses off the outside corner to Gambardella. Counts 2-1 to the Spartan catcher. It's an interesting arsenal to think about in terms of tunneling. 2-1 swung through a sinker in the heart of the plate. The sinker is like the middle ground between the four-seam fastball that holds its line at the top of the zone and then the changeup that really dives away. 2-2, swung on and missed. The sinker on the outside corner sets Gambardella down on strikes. Nice job by Howe to come back from a 2-1 count and strike him out to start the inning. It's the third punch out for Howe so far.
And Howe, even when he's down in counts, just kind of looks like he's playing with his food a little bit today. I mentioned the switch up in pitches. He remains dialed in as there's no action in the Dirtbags bullpen. They're comfortable to let the freshman ride.
Rauco Caballero in next, fouls one off to begin his first at-bat of the inning. Second at-bat of the day. He'd grounded into a 4-6-3 double play his first time up there. 0 for 9 in the series. Caballero batted .286 last year. He's expected to be one of the main contributors for this San Jose State team as he takes a fastball on the outside corner. It's like Howe might have gotten a bit of an extra room off the corner for that call. 0-2. Howe could go to anything in the arsenal. He elects slider and gets the whiff. A check swing from Caballero as Howe expands the zone with a slide piece, and he sets down the Spartan shortstop on 3 pitches.
Caballero almost goes down to one knee trying to chase that pitch.
A good spot from Luke Howe. He struck out the first 2 Spartans of the inning, and that brings up Dylan Jackson, the Long Beach State transfer. 4 punchies for Luke Howe so far, making his collegiate debut today. First pitch off the outside corner with a sinker for ball 1.
And we've seen some former Dirtbags return to Blair Field over the past few years, and we're going to see more this season. Looks like Dylan Jackson, though, gets to kind of walk around this place a little incognito. Long Beach State transfer, but hasn't got any big reception during his return to Blair Field.
Sinker catches the outside corner here. Jackson only played in 8 games last year for the Dirtbags, went 0 for 10 at the plate. 15 plate appearances on the year. Saw some time at first base and catcher. Taps one within the home plate circle, foul right at the feet of Connor Stewart behind the plate. Does some friendly fire, catcher on catcher, and now the home plate umpire Javier Navarro will give Stewart a chance to recuperate after the foul ball went off of him. Navarro gives a full walk out to the mound and places the ball into the glove of Luke Howe. Some home plate and catcher camaraderie.
And Dylan Jackson and Connor Stewart exchange a few words, a few laughs during the brief break.
Teammates in the catcher room for the Dirtbags last year.
Jackson still looking for his first career hit here at Blair Field.
1-2, line down the left field side and just foul. Missed the line by a matter of inches. Jackson will have to walk back to home plate, but just a few inches to the right, and that would have been extra bases.
Easy stand-up double as Dirtbags are shaded to the left to defend against Jackson.
Enright's over in the 5.5 hole again, feet on the grass. Dylan Lena hugging the third base line. Camden Gasser playing just in front of the second base umpire Jeff Clough.
Big gap up the middle to aim for.
1-2, taken outside. He's been trying to run that sinker back onto the outside corner throughout this at-bat. Missed on it with the first pitch, but then got a called strike. The next one. 2 down, nobody on, 1-1 in the top of the 4th. 2-2 pitch from Howe, a slider that's roped foul down the third base line again. Jackson flew out to right field his first time up. That was his second at-bat of the season. Got one after coming off the bench yesterday. Struck out. Two again, chopped fouled on the third base side. Not a huge crowd at Blair Field today. I think that these Sunday games, as the season goes on, we'll see a bigger contingent than they've got today. This is the first Bark in the Park day of the year. And I have to admit, JD, not as many dogs around as I was used to seeing last year.
I think I counted about a dozen dogs in the stands. I certainly was expecting a lot more.
Whoa! Line drive right back into the glove of Luke Howe. 98 miles an hour off the bat, and Howe stabs it out of the air right up near his head. Dangerous line out right back to the pitcher, but Luke Howe will take it. He sets the Spartans down in order.
Luke Howe, the big dog, gets the fastball right to the face to land in his glove, and everybody's happy that that play ended with an out.
In the blink of an eye, Dylan Jackson set down, and we're going to the bottom of the fourth inning, 1-1 on 22 West Radio. Matt Toomey coming up to lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Dirtbags. They stranded the bases loaded in the third. Already have 4 left on base through 3 innings.
And it's Luca Pitar returning to the mound for his second inning of action. He was able to get out of that bases loaded jam with a fastball down the middle for his first strikeout.
Line drive right back up the middle. The first pitch of the inning. Matt Toomey deposits it into center field. A base hit. Now he's trying for second base. He'll get thrown out there.
Why?
Brent Cota came up with a lob throw back towards the infield, and Toomey tried to stretch it into a double, had hesitated around the first base bag, and then when the throw came out soft from Cota, Toomey tried to dash to second base and got thrown out by about 15 feet.
We saw some base running errors like that plenty of times last year from Matt Toomey, trying to stretch stand-up doubles into triples. That time should have just stayed at first. Had an easy single, but tried to turn 2 and paid the price.
First pitch misses to Jake Evans. Quick turnaround from what would have been the leadoff man on base for the 3rd inning in a row for the Dirtbags. Instead, Toomey gets thrown out at second. 1-0 taken on the inside corner for a strike. Jake Evans gave a little pop of his knees, looking like he didn't love the call. Our zone shows it did catch the inside corner. Now he takes another one on the inside part for strike 2.
Pitar goes high and inside on the Long Beach native.
Now he pops one up over to the right side, gets into right field. Alex Fernandez camped underneath it, though. Jake Evans retired on a fly out to right. Dirtbags now have 2 down and nobody on. That base running decision by Toomey felt a bit like it let the air out of the stadium. It was a hard hit ball that at first when it comes off the bat feels like an energizer. Then all of a sudden when he's thrown out, brings everybody back down. First pitch in for a strike to Smacka.
Just an awkward energy around the ballpark right now. Dirtbags should have a man on first. Instead, there's nobody on with 2 out.
The 0-1 taken up and away for strike 2. Just did catch the zone on a fastball. 87-mile-an-hour heater. 20 inches of arm side run for Smacka. And now he gets a swing and a miss at a 73-mile-an-hour slider. Went off the glove of Jackson, but he goes out to get it and throws to first in time. A filthy, slow breaking ball from Luca Pintar as he gets the strikeout, his second of the outing so far. Dirtbags go down in order after the single from Matt Toomey. He gets thrown out at second base, and Pintar faces the minimum in the 4th. Going to the 5th inning, still 1-1 on 22 West Radio. Anthony Shepler coming up for San Jose State to lead off top of the 5th inning. Luke Howe back out there for Long Beach State. Pretty solid efficiency for the true freshman so far, making his collegiate debut. 55 pitches through 4 innings. Works out of the windup again. It's lifted out into center field. Golden Nets ranging over towards the gap, and he's able to get there. Had to slide as he overran it a bit, but Golden Nets makes the catch. Shepler set down on the first pitch of the inning.
Golden Nets was shaded over into the left center gap. Had to get on his horse to make the play. Gets up off his stomach, having provided the Dirtbags their first out here on the top of the 5th.
JC Osorio-Agard in next. Singled his first time up and then came around to score. It's the only run of the game for the Spartans. 1-1 in the 5th inning. The series rubber match as they split the first 2. First pitch missed well outside. So Osorio-Agard is ahead 1-0.
Osorio-Agard, another Bay Area native, hailing from Hayward.
He's started at third base all 3 games this series. 2 for 9 to this point. Takes the 1-0 low, bounced in on a slider. Osorio-Agard is a junior, batted .237 with a .712 OPS last year for the Spartans. Flied out into left field, ranging back. Smacka just in front of the track, able to get there and put it away. JC Osorio-Agard got underneath that one just a shade, but gave it a decent ride. Back-to-back flyouts to start the 5th inning for the Spartans.
335 out there to the left field wall, and that ball traveled about 333. Just a few more inches of lift, and Osorio-Agard would have left the yard.
102 off the bat. There's a bit of a wind out that direction. Hard to tell with those flags whether they're blowing that would have knocked the ball down or helped it carry out that way. First pitch to Peyton Rolls misses outside.
There's 2 very loud flyouts here in the 5th inning. Still no action in the Dirtbags bullpen.
chopper up the middle. Enright ranging in. A couple bounces. Fields cleanly. Throw on the run is in time. A nice play by Trotter Enright. Retires the side. Luke House sets him down in order for the second straight frame. We're halfway home. Going to the bottom of the fifth inning. Still 1-1 on 22 West Radio. Dirtbags going back up to bat. It's 9-1-2 due up, starting with Connor Stewart. Back out there again, Luca Pintar on the mound for San Jose State. Can set the final lines for the two pitchers that have gone before for the Spartans. Jesse Gutierrez, the starter, went 2 full innings, 0 hits, 0 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout on his line. Peter Herrick pitched 2/3 of an inning in the third, 2 hits and 1 earned run against him, 0 walks and 0 strikeouts. Cue ball fouled off over towards the Spartan dugout, so Stewart's behind 0-1 to start the at-bat.
Connor Stewart, the longtime matador of Cal State Northridge, playing his second season now at Blair Field.
0-1, taken just off the outside corner. Floating breaking ball in there that missed. One popped up over into short center field. Ranging in, Alex Fernandez, the right fielder, calls it off. Short in the gap. All 3 of Fernandez, the center fielder Coda, and the second baseman Rolls were in the area, but Alex Fernandez puts it away. It's a fly out for Stewart to start the bottom of the 5th. Luca Pintar has thrown 17 pitches so far since coming out of the bullpen. No action down in the relief corps for San Jose State. Top of the order now for Long Beach State. Trevor Goldenetz takes strike 1. Fastball down the middle. This is a hybrid bullpen game for San Jose State today, with Gutierrez only throwing 30 pitches as the starter. Goldenetz showed bunt, but bunted right through it, trying to drag it down the third base line, but came up empty. So it counts 0-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Even with the 2-strike count, JC Osorio-Agard stays pulled in front of the third base bag. Slider chopped on the ground to the right side. Goldenetz running, but the toss to the first base bag is not in time.
Oh.
It's the second time that we've seen that in this series. Anthony Schepler, the first baseman, ranged in, and his toss over to the first base bag to Pintar was not in time. We've got some disagreement from Brad Sanfilippo coming out of the dugout for San Jose State. He's having a conversation with the first base umpire, Brian Frisch. He thought that ball beat him.
And it was awfully close.
Bang, bang over there. There was one point yesterday in the game when Sanfilippo was out there that could have gotten himself tossed. It was close. Some spirited conversation.
But Goldenetz able to beat out the throw.
Once again, Sanfilippo retreats back to his dugout in time to stay in the game here. Camden Gasser comes up now with a man on first and 1 out. Golden Nets already with 2 stolen bases this season. Now he goes on the first pitch. It's taken high. Fastball throw down by Jackson is not even close to the second base bag. Sailed to the right and rolls, cuts it off. It's the 3rd stolen bag of the year on the first pitch for Trevor Golden Nets.
Dylan Jackson, the throw down is way off. Throws it to the wrong man. It's Caballero covering second. Rolls the backup man in. Rolls didn't have to move his feet to field the throw from the dish.
Camden Gasser ahead 1-0. Pitch comes home. A fastball misses up and away. Gasser 0 for 1 today. Walked his first time up and then grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd.
Gasser being a threat on the base path. Osorio Agard forced to cover third. So there is a large gap on the left side of the infield for Gasser.
Now back pick to second base, but Golden Nets dives in head first. (2-0) to Camden Gasser. Left on the left matchup, man on second with 1 out. 1-1 still in the bottom of the 5th. Pintard downhill, misses upstairs with a fastball. Counts 3-0 to Gasser. Already 7 walks on the weekend. Waiting on deck is Trotter Enright.
And that was Gasser's strength while he was at Purdue. A guy who can just get on base and give the Dirtbags a chance.
Had a 650 OPS last year, still 423 on base. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's a called strike as he tossed his bat towards the dugout.
Gasser can't believe it.
It's a fastball at the letters. Our zone shows it was close. Might have clipped the top.
By a whisker.
3-1. Ground ball up the middle, softly hit, but it's going to get over the second base bag. Cut off by Caballero before it gets into center field, but he's got no play. It's a soft hit infield single for Camden Gasser. Back-to-back infield 1 baggers for the Dirtbags, and now they've got runners at the corners with 1 out.
That hit made possible because both Rolls and Caballero needed to cover Camden Gasser at second. Both lined up behind the second base bag, and Osorio Agard shaded over to third. So as long as that ball got by the pitcher's mound, there's going to be an easy stand-up single for Gasser. Dirtbags now with runners in scoring position, trying to retake the lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
Couldn't have placed that ground ball any better. Now Trotter Enright up there. Runners at the corners. Gasser with good speed at first base. He stays put on the first pitch. It's a hard ground ball right past Shepler at first base. It's rolling towards the right field corner. 1 run is in for the Dirtbags. And now at third base, Gasser gets the stop sign from TJ Bruce all the way down near the home plate circle. Trotter Enright pulls into second base. That should be scored an RBI double. Got right past Shepler. Hard ground ball roped right. Might have gone right through his legs, but a hard hit ball. Trotter Enright pulls into second base, and the Dirtbags are ahead 2-1.
97 off the bat. What a rip from Trotter Enright. Able to wheel around and stand up at second. And just like that, the Dirtbags lead 2-1.
San Jose State took the first lead today, but now the Dirtbags have scored back-to-back runs. Runners at second and third now with 1 out for Dylan Lena, trying to extend this lead. 6 hits for the Dirtbags so far today. Camden Gasser, the runner at third. Trotter Enright out at second base. First pitch to Dylan Lena, cut on and missed on a breaking ball. Lena known to be aggressive early in the count.
On the first pitch, he took a big hack.
Pintar pitching him backwards. The 0-1, taken low. Jackson keeps it in front of him, but the count evens 1-1.
2 pitches now that haven't been particularly close to the zone as this 5th inning draws on.
1-1 count for Dylan Lena. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Pitch comes home, and it's fouled straight back into the backstop. Lena will have to fight with 2 strikes now. TJ Bruce gives some instructions from the third base box. Dirtbags looking for at least a productive out from their cleanup man.
Lena needs to stop chasing during this at-bat. 3 pitches now, nowhere near the zone. He wants to put bat to ball, but also needs to force Pintar to pitch to him.
1-2 pitch, a changeup that misses low. Lena gives a bit of a Soto shuffle, stepping out towards the mound. Left on right matchup, 2-2 count. There is action now down in the San Jose State bullpen, a righty throwing. Two pitch from Pintar, a breaking ball that's grounded to third base. Osorio Agard picks it and throws to home to get out Gasser. That's a really nice play at third base from JC Osorio Agard. A tough pick to the forehand, able to make the play and then pivot to throw home in time to get Gasser. Dirtbags still will have runners at the corners now, but 2 out, and the score stays 2-1.
Pintar finally gives Dylan Lena something to swing at on the outside of the zone. Lena hooks it over to third. And Long Beach now have runners on the corners, and the Spartans have a play at any base.
First and third with 2 out. Aaron Perez steps in. The first pitch misses off the outside corner. Dirtbags still with a chance to try and add to their lead. Lena doesn't have great speed at third base. Or at first base, that is. Trotter Enright, the runner at third. 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken off the outside corner for ball 2.
Over there at third, Trotter Enright faked a break to home. Started his run down the base pass, then doubled back. Got a stare down from Dylan Jackson as well.
Left on left matchup. The 2-0 pitch to Aaron Perez, a slider that's popped out of play. Perez 0 for 2 so far. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the second inning and then struck out looking on a fastball in the third. The 2-1 from Pintar. Lena moves from first base. It's a pump fake from Jackson as they don't even cover second. Dylan Lena with a stolen base without a throw. Dirtbags now have runners at second and third with a 2-2 count to Aaron Perez.
Not the greatest jump from Dylan Lena, but Dylan Jackson, having already had his struggles throwing down to second, decides to pull the ball back. Now the Dirtbags with 2 in scoring position and deuces wild.
Breaking ball misses low. It's a full count to Aaron Perez. Matt Toomey, the on-deck batter for the Dirtbags. First base open now after that stolen base for Lena. Pintar sets above the belt. Payoff pitch. Popped up and out of play down the third base line.
Perez fights off a fastball that's high and inside.
It was a full count last time Perez was up there against Pintar. Froze him with a fastball in the outside corner. See what he elects to go with here. Another full count pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The second straight time that Pintar and Perez face off with a pair of runners in scoring position, and Pintar strikes him out again. Dirtbags leave runners stranded at second and third, but an RBI double from Trotter Enright puts Long Beach State ahead. Going to the 6th inning, it's 2-1 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Top of the 6th inning, the Spartans are bringing the top of the order to the plate as they look to respond to Long Beach's 1 run in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 2-1 Dirtbags as we head to the 6th. New Cal still on the bump for Long Beach State. First pitch bunted down the first base line, but foul. Alex Fernandez 1 for 2, struck out his first time up there, but then in the 3rd inning recorded his 7th hit of the weekend. Drove in a run with a single up the middle.
Perez always dangerous. This afternoon rocking some blue batting gloves. Wipes off some dirt and then steps back into the batter's box to face the 0-1.
New Cal was retired 8 in a row. 0-1 slider just missed below the knees. 62 pitches for Howe. We're beginning the 6th inning, very efficient. It was a 6-pitch inning in the 5th as he got a pair of flyouts and a ground out. 1-1, bunts again, but it's foul down the first base line once again. One-two count to Alex Fernandez. Spartan leadoff man batted .361 last year. Now 7 for 9 on the young season. He tips this one into the glove. Another changeup from Howe. Second time that he's got Fernandez swinging on that changeup. 1 down and nobody on after the strikeout.
And Howe, the first pitcher of this series who's gotten the better of Fernandez twice. As he hangs his head briefly heading back to the dugout. Luke Howe having an impressive debut here on what is turning into a chilly and windy Sunday afternoon.
That was the 5th strikeout for Howe. First pitch swung on and missed. Dakota back-to-back changeups out of the right hand of the freshman. That changeup, in my personal opinion, JD, has been the pitch that's looked the best today. Fastball and sinker have both sat around 91 miles an hour, topped out around 93. Dakota rips one into right field here. A 91 mile an hour fastball turned around into right field at 104. It's Brent Coda's 2nd hit of the weekend, first of today. Man on first, and that's the first Spartan to reach in the last 10 plate appearances.
Luke Howe definitely flexing the arsenal here in his debut, having the chance to work with Abe Alvarez, the Long Beach State legend in the offseason, the newly minted pitching coach. Having a solid debut, wants to get out of this 6th frame as he's been shown a lot of confidence by this Dirtbags coaching staff.
First pitch tipped off the mask of the home plate umpire, Javier Navarro. Ball deflected over down the 3rd base line. Going to take a second and make sure that Navarro's okay.
Connor Stewart also lost his mask on the swing from Jake McCoy.
Double doink, but Navarro appears to be okay. Jake McCoy 0 for 2 today. Stranded a couple runners on base with a ground out his last time up. 0-1 slider just off the outside corner. The sliders look good from Howe as well. It's always a big deal for especially a starting pitcher to have at least one secondary that can be relied upon to both handiness of batters. Throw over, but Fernandez, or Coda, excuse me, is back. One count to Jake McCoy. Had a homer on Friday and doubled last night. Takes a slider low again for ball 2. Brent Coda with good wheels down at first base. Has started in center field each of the last 2 games. 2-1. Another slider. 3 straight breaking balls miss from McCoy. Or for Howe, that is, and McCoy is ahead 3-1.
Howe trying to get McCoy to chase down low below his knees. McCoy standing 6'2" in the batter's box. Loads up his stance.
3-1. Chopper over towards shortstop. Enright Rangers to his right. Tosses to second for 1. Throw across to first is in time. The Dirtbags roll a 6-4-3 double play to get out of the 6th inning. Luke Howe is through 6 on good efficiency. We'll see if they keep him out there for his 7th inning. A heck of a debut it's been so far. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning, still 2-1 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Matt Toomey stepping in to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Long Beach State ahead 2-1. Luke Howe was able to roll a double play to get out of the 6th inning. He's faced the minimum in 3 straight. Luca Pintar back out for San Jose State. First pitch lined to shortstop, and Caballero stabs it on a leap in the air. Matt Toomey with another hard hit ball, but he'll have to pinwheel back to the dugout.
Jump man, jump man, jump man. Rocco Caballero up to something. Stabs it out of the air. And Toomey retired on, 9 out of 10 times is a stand-up single.
It was the 2nd straight trip up there that Toomey has swung at the first pitch and hit it hard. Last time he recorded a single, but then got himself thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. This time it's a line out to short. Jake Evans steps in next and takes the first pitch for a strike. So good job by Pintar, knowing that Evans probably had the red light after the first pitch out. Delivered a strike. 0-1, taken off the outside corner. Evans back in the box, sophomore and Long Beach local kid. Takes another changeup off the outside corner. That's 2-1. Evans came off the bench yesterday and performed very well. Went to the plate 3 times after subbing in. 2 for 2, pair of singles and a walk. Changeup floats high. So it's 3 straight balls from Pintar, and Evans is ahead 3-1.
Pintar really trying to work the breaking ball here over the last 2 frames.
Three-one pitch from Pintar, missed outside. So Evans stays patient and draws his 2nd walk of the weekend. Get on to first base as a 1-out base runner for Long Beach State.
Pintar wheels around and punches the air after he misses that pitch. Just slips out of his hand. And a little shake of his head as he takes a look over to the Jared Weaver bullpen. No active arms for San Jose State, but plenty of men stand ready for the Spartans if Pintar gets in some trouble here. Is the jacket working? What's going on over here?
We're breaking out a new vest at Blair Field today.
Some fascinating technology.
Pickoff throw, but Evans is back. It's a Costco purchase. You know, Costco's got all the things. It's a vest that is supposed to heat up with a battery attached in the pocket. Trying to figure it out mid-inning here. Caden Smacka in the box. Man on first, 1 out, 2-1 Dirtbag lead. He chops it foul to start the at-bat.
So I've elected today for a t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, thin jacket, then my big puffer jacket.
You've got another jacket on underneath there.
Yeah, it's like a Russian doll of jackets today. And you buzz out here in the middle of the 5th and 6th innings and say, hey, I got this vest. It's got a USB cord in it, and it heats up.
Haven't gotten the heat up part to function yet. Keep working at it. Give another step and throw, but Evans was back standing up. Got a short one-way lead over there. Now he dives back. Another one stepped off the back of the mound.
Odd throw there from Pintar. He's trying to stay warm too. Temperature has definitely dropped. We started out with some clear blue skies today at Blair. Now it's gray as far as the eye can see.
Everybody could use some warmth. Next pitch taken outside. It's 1-1 to Caden Smacka. He's 1 for 2 today, singled his first time up, came around to score, and struck out on a slider last time. Another step and throw, but Evans is back. This technology is not working with me, JD.
I'm seeing that it's a struggle over here.
Instructions printed on the vest that are not working. Step and throw. Pintar is focused on Evans over there. Good speed for the sophomore.
He's about as dialed into first base as you are to getting that jacket working.
Pintar's just trying to give me a chance. 1-1 pitch comes home. It's chopped foul to the right side. It's the series finale today. San Jose State won on Friday 8-0 before Long Beach State bounced back with a 12-3 win last night. It was a really nice performance from Jake Fields as the bulk guy for Long Beach State. Step and throw, and Evans read it like a book. The Long Beach State starter last night, Austin Castillo, was pitching in-game for the first time in his 3 years in the program. Spent the last 2 springs rehabbing from Tommy John surgery. As Pintar comes home with the 1-2, swung on and missed. A good slider off the outside corner. Gets Smacka swinging. Castillo, though, last night as the starter for the Dirtbags, only got to throw 2 pitches before he exited with an injury. You don't want to speculate too much on those things, but it was not a good look. It appeared to be the elbow again.
Castillo took to Instagram this morning, posted a picture of him on the mound, and had 3 words. He said, "I'll be back."
First pitch to Connor Stewart, lined towards center field, but Coda ranges in and catches it on the run. It's a hard hit ball, but Connor Stewart retired on a line out to center. Dirtbags leave 1 stranded. We're 2/3 of the way home, going to the 7th inning, 2-1 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State back out there with Luke Howe still on the mound. They did make a change in the outfield, though. Caden Smacka out of the game with Reed Montgomery entering defensively. Second straight game that TJ Bruce has made that move entering the 7th inning. First pitch lifted out right towards Reed Montgomery. He's camped underneath and makes the catch. It's the age-old mantra. As soon as you enter, the ball will find you, but Reed Montgomery comes through and makes the catch. It's first pitch out. Luke Howe has thrown 14 pitches to retire the last 7 Spartans.
Luke Howe has been efficient. He has gotten tricky up there on the mound as well, switching up pitches left and right. The Spartans really haven't had an answer. 4 scoreless frames now for San Jose State since they got on the board in the 3rd.
Rocco Caballero in next. First pitch taken on the outside corner. A well-located sinker ran back onto the black for strike 1. Rocco Caballero still hitless. 0 for 2 today. 0-1 pitch taken just inside. Tried to bust the hands with a sinker but missed.
Caballero's strength last year was his ability to extend extra base hits at 21 to lead the team. Brad Gianfilippo pointed to that as a reason why Caballero was so high in the batting order to start the weekend.
1-1 bounced in there. Caballero with his ground into double play in the 2nd inning and strikeout in the 4th. 0 for 10 on the weekend. Did have a couple of sacrifices, including a sac fly on Friday. 2-1 ground ball to shortstop. Enright ranges in rhythm. His throw across to first base is in time. It's a 6-3 put out for the 2nd out of the inning. Spartans with 2 down and nobody on.
Trotter Enright looks a lot more composed here on Sunday than he did on Friday. And after an early error, he's taken a beat off of every ground ball that's come his way. Just taking 1 second to double clutch, set his feet, and make sure his throw is in rhythm and on time. Sophomore expected to be the starting shortstop throughout the season for TJ Bruce.
First pitch to Dylan Jackson, misses a little high. It's been a nice stretch here in the middle of the game for Luke Howe. The 1-0 pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. In the 3rd inning, he gave up 3 straight singles, then went on to retire 9 straight Spartans. 1-1 chopper over to the left side. This will be a tough play for Lena. Fields throws on the run to first base, and he got him. A full split of a stretch for Aaron Perez at first base, and they get Dylan Jackson by a step. Luke Howe in his collegiate debut is through 7 innings, and he still might not be done. Again, efficient inning. Got a first pitch out to start the frame, and then through 7 more. So it's the 3rd straight frame under 10 pitches for Howe. Let's see. He's at 76 pitches in total. Quick math with the scorebook in front of me, JD. We'll see if he gets to go back out for the 8th. For now, the fans at Blair Field will stretch. It's 2-1 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Another excellent rendition by Jeff Lippman on the Blair Field Oregon. And now Long Beach State coming back up to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. They've got the top of the order, Trevor Goldenetz will lead it off. 2-1 Long Beach State. Luca Pintar still on the mound for the Spartans, trying to keep the score where it is. Golden Nets digs in 2 for 3 today. Had a strikeout in the first inning, but has singled his last 2 times up. Now here's a hard ground ball through the right side. It's another base hit for Golden Nets. He'll stay at first with a single. 3 straight at-bats up there. The leadoff man for the Dirtbags delivers 3 singles.
It's another hard-hit ground ball that just squeaks past the second baseman. Peyton rolls. So a little freshman-on-freshman connection there. And the Beach get 1 on here to kick off the bottom of the 7th inning.
Golden Nets already has a stolen base today. Came around to score his last time out on the bases. He's down at first with nobody out. Camden Gasser steps in next. First pitch, shows bunt, pulls it back as the pitch misses high. As he showed bunt, both corner infielders for the Spartans were crashing. Let's see if that changes the strategy for TJ Bruce if he has Gasser swing away. Osorio Agard pulled way in front of the third base bag at third. 1-0, shows bunt again, gets it down the first base line. Only play is for Pintar to go get it. He tosses to first for the out. It's a successful sacrifice bunt for Gasser. That'll bring up Trotter Enright with a man in scoring position and 1 out.
Camden Gasser following the lead of Connor Stewart in the 3rd inning, laying down an efficient sacrifice bunt to advance the base winner to second. Long Beach has been able to put bat to ball here on Sunday afternoon, something they weren't able to do on Friday night when they were no hit well into the 6th inning. 7 hits for the Dirtbags to the Spartans 5.
Trotter Enright up now. Had an RBI double his last time up. Absolutely roped a ball right through the first baseman, Anthony Shepler. First pitch, fastball taken at the knees for strike 1. Enright went 2 for 6 yesterday. Both of his hits were infield singles. The 0-1 slider, cue ball right up the middle, stabbed by Pintar. He'll toss to first base in plenty of time. It was a screwball right off the end of the bat from Trotter Enright. He's retired 1-3. Golden Nets did move up to third base, so now Dylan Lena will come up with a man on third and 2 out.
Enright might have gotten choked up, but it does the job. Dylan Lena hoping to provide a little bit of sunshine on this cloudy day. Stepping up with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs working against him.
Lena reached in a fielder's choice his last time up. Now there's been action down in the San Jose State bullpen. There'll be a mound visit coming out for the Spartans. It isn't Brad Sanfilippo walking out there. Pitching coach Joshua Pike making his way to the mound. One of the other assistants for San Jose State, the lead assistant, Thomas Walker, was on the staff with TJ Bruce here at Long Beach State last year, and he had come to Long Beach State from San Jose State. So 1 year with the Dirtbags and then returns back to his previous home. Thomas Walker worked with the hitters at Long Beach State last year and now back directing the offense with the Spartans.
A little bit of opposition research going on, and Brad Sanfilippo also familiar with TJ Bruce from their battles in the Mountain West. While TJ Bruce led the Nevada Wolfpack, one of the powerhouses over the past few seasons in the Mountain West Conference.
Bruce was the head coach at UNR from 2016 through 2022, a long tenure there before he departed to be the TCU associate head coach. Spent 2 seasons there before coming to the Dirtbags, his alma mater, for last spring. It's been an interesting coaching route to get here for TJ Bruce. Before the stint at Nevada, he coached at UCLA. First pitch to Lena missed outside. Was an assistant, the recruiting coordinator under John Savage for 5 seasons. Got to learn from one of the best in college baseball.
Dirtbags got a big-time win over UCLA in the second game of their home-and-home series last season right here at Blair Field.
Trevor Golden Nets took an aggressive secondary down the third base line. 1-0 pitch floats in. He does it again. Now Jackson looks him back to the bag. It's 2-0 to Dylan Lena after the breaking ball missed down. first base is open, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the Spartans willing to pitch around Dylan Lena in this spot. 2-0. Breaking ball missed down and away. So 3 straight off-speed pitches from Pintar, and they all missed the zone. Now 3-0 for Dylan Lena.
In that last matchup, Pintar pitched around the zone, got Dylan Lena in a 2-strike hole. Looking to employ the same strategy here, but Lena's been a lot more patient.
That may have been what the mound visit was about. Make sure that Pintar doesn't lay one into Lena. It's a fastball, or a breaking ball again, actually, on the outside corner. So Lena will have to stay there. 3-1 count. Aaron Perez is on deck, has struck out both of the at-bats that he's faced Luca Pintar today. Three-one pitch to Dylan Lena. Flied out into center field off the end of the bat. Cota ranging in, and he gets there to make the catch on the run. Lena flies out to center field, and the Dirtbags leave another stranded in the scoring position. Going to the 8th inning, it's 2-1 Long Beach State on 22 West Radio. Amy Kahalekai coming into the game for Long Beach State. So that's it for Luke Howe. Can set the final line in his collegiate debut. A very strong performance. 6 1/3. No, 7 innings pitched. The live stats isn't updated. 5 hits, 1 earned run, 0 walks, 5 strikeouts. He threw 75 pitches. A great outing for Luke Howe. Amy Kahalekai out there. Check swing. They appealed down to third, but did not go around. It's the bottom of the third of the order due up. Anthony Shepler in to start the at-bat. (1-0) swung on and missed. Shepler 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a flyout. Dirtbags lead 2-1 entering the 8th inning. Kahalekai at 6'8" on the mound, delivers another one in for a strike.
Kahalekai had an up and down freshman season. Hailing from Kalahuli, Hawaii. Over the summer, played for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Went 3-1 with a sub-5 ERA.
There's a pop-up into short center field. Golden Nets ranges over. Looks like he's got it, and he makes the catch. So Anthony Shepler flies out to center, and Kahalekai retires the first batter he faces.
Kahalekai also rocking a new number here in 2026 in his freshman season. Wore the number 52 this year, wearing the number 26. Jury's still out on whether or not he's going to change to 13 for his junior season.
Exponentially cutting it in half. That would make his senior season pretty difficult. I don't think you can wear the number 6.5. Osorio Agard swings through the first pitch. Fastball up at the top of the zone. Buzzed in at 92. Kahaleka is a guy that you definitely imagine a stuff jump in year 2. 0-1 missed low. Was a pretty highly rated recruit out of high school in Hawaii.
Also hoping to cut his ERA in half. Last season finished with a 8.65 ERA, lost 6 saves.
Fastball up above the zone, got a chase. And a good one at 92 there. Has plenty of arm side run. Throwing a 2-seam fastball. 1-2. Chopper over to the right side. Perez scoops it on the forehand and tosses to Kahaleka at the bag. Osorio Agard grounds out. There's 2 down, nobody on for the Spartans.
Kahaleka stands 6'8". He strides on over to first. Beats the runner in plenty of time.
Like a gazelle. Number 9 spot coming up now for the Spartans. Peyton Roll, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the 3rd inning and then grounded out in the 5th. 5 hits in the game for the Spartans. First pitch taken off the outside corner. 2-1 Dirtbags in the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs and nobody on. Kahaleka working out of the windup. Shows bunt and bunts straight through it. It was an awkward jab for Rolls as he tried to direct that ball down the third base line. Dylan Lino looks like he'll call his bluff. Stays playing back behind the third base bag. 1-1. Popped up out of play down the right field line.
Rolls dropped from the 7th spot in the order down to the bottom here on Sunday. Trying to spark this Spartans offense.
He's 2 for 8 in the series. 1-2, missed high. After Luke Cowell got through 7 innings, Kayumi Kahaleka, the first reliever for Long Beach State. Two-two curveball missed high. It's a full count. Kahaleka trying to put away Rolls. The leadoff man, Alex Fernandez, waiting on deck.
And the story of the season last year for Kayumi Kahaleka was the consistent inability to just throw one more strike. Hoping to break that trend.
Payoff pitch, hit him in the hand. It's a fastball that rode up and in, and Rolls checked his swing. Oh my goodness. Javier Navarro walks out in front of home plate, and he's keeping him here. They're going to say that it went off the knob of the bat for a foul ball, and immediately it's another walk out towards the home plate circle from Brad Sanfilippo to talk about the decision. Rolls gave a pretty immediate reaction to shake his right hand, but it's up to you to decide if it's just good acting or if the ball hit the knob.
Looks like it took a second for Rolls to decide whether or not the ball did hit him. The pitch nevertheless, though, 91 miles an hour, high and inside.
He's still standing on the outside of the home plate circle while the conversation happens. Rolls looking over towards his head coach and shaking out his right hand.
And Brad Sanfilippo has had fiery moments in every one of the 3 games this weekend.
It's a spirited discussion still here. Now the umpires will come together to talk about it. Not the first time this weekend that Sanfilippo has asked the 4-man umpiring crew to appeal a call. Every time previous to this one, the call has stood with how it was made on the field. It's usually how these things go. There's no other umpire in the field that is better positioned to see whether that was a foul ball than the home plate umpire, Javier Navarro.
Umpires might be discussing some dinner plans, maybe a trip down to 2nd Street, waiting out the clock and letting Jeff Lippman on the keys give the Blair Field crowd a show. Healthy attendance as well. Over 2,000 filled the seats on Friday night. Just over 1,500 last night here at Blair, and this crowd has filled out. May have close to 1,750 on hand here for what has been an entertaining rubber match.
Still a discussion ongoing with the umpiring crew. showing a 3-2 count on the scoreboard. If they roll this a foul ball, then Rolls will have to stay in the box. Kahalekai walking around the mound looking like he's getting a bit restless.
Dylan Lena has stepped up to provide him with some company. And
now Kahalekai wants to throw a warm-up pitch. Looked out, but he doesn't have a ball. They are going to put the runner on, so that's a rarity. And now TJ Bruce will come out of the dirtbag dugout with a word to have. Like I said, it's not often that you'll see that, and if you place yourself in TJ Bruce's shoes, the plea would be, how could any of the base umpires possibly overrule that call? If you're in the home plate circle and you heard it hit the bat or saw it hit the bat, then stick with what you saw.
And it's the second base umpire, Jeff Clough, who's also coming over to have a conversation with TJ Bruce, who in only a 1-1 game would want to get Kaimi Kahalekai off the bump as soon as possible.
TJ Bruce himself has a history of some of the more spirited managing that we've seen from the other dugout this weekend. Of course, you can think back to the first game of last season as TJ Bruce managing the Dirtbags got ejected in his Dirtbag managerial debut.
And how about the series against Michigan where TJ Bruce got irate early in this season, threw off the rhythm late on for Long Beach in a game they dropped to the Wolverines.
This is a more casual and subdued conversation as Bruce is finally satisfied with the explanation, and now he'll pinwheel back to the dugout. Rolls is on first base. They did rule it a hit by pitch. So now that brings up the top of the order. Alex Fernandez stepping in 1 for 3. I think that there is a way that you could paint this if Kahalekai can get out of the inning without any damage here. The fact that Fernandez is coming up now instead of leading off the 9th inning. Again, as long as the Dirtbags don't let him do the damage now, could wind up being beneficial.
Kahalekai did get to throw 3 warm-up pitches while TJ Bruce was out talking to the umpiring crew.
First pitch was taken for a strike, fastball in at 90.
So he has stayed warm, but Fernandez always dangerous at the plate.
Rolls a short lead over at first. A 1 pitch swung on and missed. Pulled the string on a changeup. That's been the pitch that has given Fernandez fits today. Struck out on 2 changeups against the starter Luke Howe. And now Kahalekai gets him to swing through another one. 0-2 count. Rolls off of first base again. 2 down. 2-1 lead for the Dirtbags. Kahalekai comes home with the 0-2. It's chopped right back to the mound. The 6'8" hurler reaches up and stabs it, then tosses to first. Kahalekai's out of the inning, and we're going to the bottom of the 8th. Still 2-1 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio.
Kahalekai, before we get off the air here, was yelling at Alex Fernandez as the ball gets into his glove. As he trotted down to first, he's fired up.
Kahalekai able to do his job coming out of the bullpen. You're listening to Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM, KKJZ, HD3, Long Beach. We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th inning in a moment. 2-1 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Bottom of the 8th inning, Aaron Perez coming up to lead it off, and San Jose State is sticking again with Luca Pintar on the mound. He's been the bulk guy today, the 3rd pitcher coming in for San Jose State, but he's been in since entering midway through the third inning.
Dirtbags are almost home here, and it's Aaron Perez to face Luca Pintar, a man who has gotten Perez to strike out with runners on the last 2 times up at the plate.
First pitch chopped off of Perez's leg for a foul ball. He's 0 for 3 today, those 2 strikeouts against Pintar, and then in the second inning grounded into a double play. So it's been a tough day at the dish so far for Aaron Perez. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the order for Long Beach State in the bottom of the 8th. They're looking for some insurance. 2-1 lead for the Dirtbags. Fly ball out into center field on a line. Cota ranging over into the gap, and he gets there to make the catch. Perez hit that ball pretty good, 101 off the bat as he was right in time with a slider, but it's a fly out to Cota in center field. Dirtbags have 1 out and nobody on. 4th time that Perez has been retired today. Now Matt Toomey comes in. He's had a interesting day at the plate. Through 3 plate appearances, has seen a grand total of 4 pitches. And now we have Brad Sanfilippo walking out to the mound. There's been action in the bullpen for San Jose State the last few innings, and this looks like they're going to make a move. Matt Toomey's the lefty in the box, and now the gesture is given down to the bullpen. That'll be it for Luca Pintar. Finishes with 4 2/3 on the mound, then his book can be closed. Nobody on base. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run. That run is earned. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 62 pitches for Pintar out of the bullpen.
Having faced 19 batters, he can head back to the dugout with some confidence, knowing that the Spartans are still in this game.
So we'll introduce the new Spartans arm on the mound after this. 2-1, 1 out, and nobody on base for the Dirtbags in the bottom of the 8th on 22 West Radio. Tyler Albany is the new pitcher coming into the game for San Jose State. He's the Spartans closer. Had a great season last year, 9 saves and a 2.97 ERA out of the bullpen. Was named to the Mountain West preseason all-conference team, and there's high expectations for his season out of the bullpen.
Yeah, after what he did in 2025, he has all the confidence in the world on his shoulders. Recorded 9 saves last season, tying the record for the 3rd most in a single season in San Jose history. He's the guy that Brad Sanfilippo says he's always going to trust with getting the hardest 3 outs. And if the Spartans want to give themselves a chance in the top of the 9th, Albanese is going to need to be lights out.
They haven't had a traditional save situation to deploy him in this weekend, so they're turning to their closer with a 2-1 deficit. Long Beach State ahead by a run in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 out and nobody on base. Matt Toomey stepping up next for the Dirtbags. Jake Evans on deck. Albanese will look to set them both down and keep the score where it is for the Spartans to try and tie it up in the 9th.
In San Jose State's upset of number 1 Nevada in the Mountain West Championship semifinals last season, it was Albanese who threw the final 3 innings, securing the save, allowing just 1 run.
First pitch lined out into the right center gap, ranging over to his right. Fernandez can't get there. It bounces towards Cota. Toomey's going to try and stretch it to a double, and he's in there. Blazing speed for Matt Toomey. That's a tough one to get to second, and he slid in well ahead of the throw. Matt Toomey with a double on the first pitch he saw against Tyler Albanese. Dirtbags now with a man in scoring position.
And this time Matt Toomey legs down a double. Fans in the stands here at Blair Field almost having a bit of deja vu as Toomey tried to leg out a single into a double earlier in this game. He uses every inch of his 6'3" frame to stride around the base pass and give the Dirtbags a runner now in scoring position.
Tell you what, that's a guy that is unafraid to be aggressive. After he got thrown out at second base trying to extend a single into a double earlier, did not even hesitate this time. First pitch to Jake Evans on the outside corner for a strike. He did hesitate when he got thrown out there. This time he was chugging around first base, no thoughts of stopping. Man on second with one out, right on right matchup for Jake Evans. 0-1 pitch from Albanese. Popped up over into right field. Fernandez ranges in and he's camped underneath. Toomey retreats to second base and he'll stay there. So it's a show of faith from TJ Bruce and the sophomore to leave Jake Evans in there. Last night the starter at DH was a left-handed hitter, Guion de Castro, but instead Evans stays in and flies out for the second out of the inning.
And Matt Toomey over there on second is also being shown a lot of trust. He's in a big spot here, having to make decisions on whether to go or not to third. He has to balance that aggressiveness with his desire to simply stay on base and let his teammates make plays around him.
Now Reed Montgomery comes in for the Dirtbags. Montgomery had one at-bat last night after entering defensively and drove in a pair of runs with a single. First pitch he sees as a breaking ball in for a strike.
There's one thing every Dirtbag fans know. Every Dirtbag fan knows, it's that Reed Montgomery lives in the gym. 6 feet, 210.
0-1 pitch, taken low, another slider, but this one misses.
Last year had just 5 hits. 2 of them, though, were doubles. Certainly capable of getting on base.
Still played quite a bit, being used as a defensive specialist. 1-1 curveball missed outside. So Montgomery's ahead 2-1. Good speed at second base with Toomey. 2 outs in the inning. Dirtbags ahead 2-1, trying to add some insurance before the 9th inning. Two-one pitch from Albanese. Fastball turnaround into center field, but Brent Cota barely has to move. He puts it away. Another hard hit ball for Reed Montgomery, but this one's lined right to the center fielder, and that ends the inning. Dirtbags leave one stranded. They've got 3 outs to get. It's still 2-1 Dirtbags on 22 West Radio. Eric Diaz is coming into the game for Long Beach State looking for the final 3 outs. He closed it out yesterday in a game that was nowhere near as tight as this one. Pitched the final inning through 18 pitches. He had 1 batter reach and a hit by pitch, but retired the side in 4 batters. Diaz comes in for the 2nd straight day now with a 1-run ball game. It's 2-1 Dirtbags looking for the final 3 outs to win the series.
Diaz in his senior season, native of Vacaville, California. comes into a spot here in the top of the ninth where he can win the Dirtbags the weekend series.
He's facing the heart of the order. Brent Cota, the number 2 hitter, starting the inning. 2, 3, 4, due up. The Spartans chasing 1 run, 2-1 Dirtbags as we start the top of the 9th inning. Eric Diaz comes set at the belt. His first pitch is cued foul down the third base line off the end of the bat. Cota was way ahead of that one.
Diaz has a punchy delivery. It's quick out of the glove and around the shoulder.
It's 0-1 count. Next one, it went to the backstop. Thought it might have hit him, but the sound was hitting Stewart's glove. One count for Brent Cota. Eric Diaz comes set on the mound. His pitch home is tapped foul. Went off the glove of Stewart again to the backstop. It's a 1-2 count now to the center fielder. Cota so far today 1 for 3. Singled his last time up, but also flew out a couple of times. Right on left matchup to begin the top of the 9th inning. 1-2 pitch, roped foul down the right field line. Couldn't keep it fair, but hit it hard. Cota walks around the home plate circle looking like that he just missed that one.
Big deep breath as he shakes out his shoulders. Takes a long look at his bat and steps back in.
One-two count for Brent Cota. Eric Diaz steps off, didn't get the pitch call in time. Diaz, the senior. Now they're going to call a pitch clock violation against him on the mound. So it's a 2-2 count, free ball given to Cota. Two-two pitch from Diaz, slider that missed outside. Cota's worked the count full. The only batter that reached against Eric Diaz yesterday was on a hit by pitch. Try and win the battle here. Payoff offering, ground ball over to the right side. Perez slides, makes the play. His toss to first base is in time. A web gem from Aaron Perez at first base to start the top of the 9th inning. One down and nobody on for the Spartans.
Perez lined up about 3 steps behind first base. His heel's not quite on the outfield grass. He's able to field cleanly and make the play. 97 off the bat, and the Dirtbags are 2 outs away.
Dangerous hitter in now. Jake McCoy homered on Friday. The only home run for either team this series. He's got the power in the bat to tie it with 1 swing. First pitch popped up out of play. Was hacking at a first pitch fastball, but fouled it off back behind home plate. McCoy today 0 for 3. 3 ground outs on his line. Hit into a double play last time up. 0-1 from Eric Diaz. Slider fouled back. That one hung. And I think Jake McCoy would like it back. Slider right over the middle of the plate that McCoy fouled straight back into the netting.
On McCoy's home run on Friday, he hit a pitch low in the zone off a near golf swing beyond the left field fence.
0-2 pitch from Diaz. Fastball up and away, it missed. Set-up pitch, that's where Stewart wanted it. Still the starting defense out there for the Dirtbags with the exception of Reed Montgomery in left field. 1-2, popped up and out of play. Another slider that McCoy had to keep the hands back to spoil.
Good work from Stewart, gets the pitch high and outside and then dials one in near the ankles of Jake McCoy. Tense times here in the top of the 9th.
1 out, nobody on for the Spartans. 2-1 Dirtbags. Another 1-2 pitch, fouled off again. Went back to the slider. That seems to be the scouting report last time up for McCoy when he was still facing the starter, Luke Howe. It was a heavy dose of sliders. 3 in a row had missed, but then Howe got one onto the outside corner, and that was the pitch that got McCoy to roll over into a 6-4-3 double play. See if Diaz goes back to it. 1-2 fastball missed outside. McCoy is 3 for 11 on the weekend. 2 extra base hits. Two, fastball missed outside again. 7 pitches so far in the at-bat, and Jake McCoy has worked it full. Diaz took his glove off, hesitated for a second on the mound, now toes the rubber again. Payoff pitch from Diaz. Fouled off down the right field line. We'll do it again.
After pitching low and outside, Diaz dials one up dead center. The pitch that McCoy may well want back.
Already 15 pitches thrown in the inning for Diaz, facing the second batter. He threw 18 pitches last night to close out that 9-run game. Payoff pitch popped up out of play again. 5th foul ball of the at-bat so far for Jake McCoy. Good battle going here between McCoy in the box and Diaz on the mound. 1 out, nobody on for the Spartans as they trail by a run in the top of the 9th inning. Diaz downhill again, and a fastball misses high up near the eyes. Jake McCoy tosses the bat back to the dugout as he draws a walk. Tying run now on base for San Jose State.
And an absolute marathon that's going to result in a mound visit as Eric Diaz is going to need to shake off what was a bad miss to send McCoy to first.
Good at bat from McCoy as he spoiled a few of Diaz's best locations and got him to miss with a fastball. Abe Alvarez walking out for a mound visit now for the Dirtbags. There is some action going down in Long Beach State's bullpen. It'll be Vincent Gambardella coming up for San Jose State. Has started in the cleanup spot all 3 games. Was the catcher the first 2 games of the series, but today getting the nod at DH. So far in this one, Gambardella's 1 for 3, singled in the 2nd inning before he's gone down the last 2 times up. A strikeout in the 4th and a flyout in the 7th.
Abe Alvarez satisfied. World Series champion with the Boston Red Sox after a legendary career here with the Dirtbags.
Now we're going to have a pinch runner coming out, looks like, for San Jose State. Jake McCoy's day will be done. We're going to the man who started in center field in the first game of the series, Trevor Wilson. The UC Irvine transfer comes off the bench for San Jose State to run at first. Wilson has good wheels. Started the game on Friday, went 0 for 2 at the plate, but reached 3 times. Didn't tally any stolen bases, but scored 2 runs. Vince Gambardella digs into the left-handed box. Wilson with a healthy lead over at first base. Diaz not the fastest in the world to the plate. Fastball just missed up and in to start the at-bat to Gambardella. Close one there on the call for the home plate umpire, Javier Navarro. Wilson leads off of first base again. See if San Jose State wants to send him. He stays put now, and a fastball sails high. It's 2-0 to the Spartans DH.
Trevor Wilson, who transferred from UC Irvine 2 years ago, has never stolen a base at the D1 level. Only 1 stolen base in high school, but he's a guy Sam Rodella wants to have on the base paths.
He didn't play at all at UC Irvine last year before transferring. Next one misses high again. Not particularly close from Diaz. He's fallen behind 3-0 to Vincent Gambardella.
And if Wilson doesn't have to go, he won't. Also didn't play for the Spartans at all last season.
3-0 fastball right down the middle. Diaz able to get it over the plate, so he counts 3-1. Gambardella still in a good hitter's count, 4 for 8 on the weekend, has driven in 3 runs. 2 doubles for Gambardella as well, something to look at with good speed at first base. 3-1, line drive down the right field line and foul. Couple of feet to the right side of the chalk. If that ball got into the corner, would have been a decent chance Wilson could come around.
Wilson was ready to make a beeline for home.
Toomey was shaded to the line. He still is playing close to it. Dirtbag outfield, hugging the line in left field as well for Montgomery. Now the runner goes, 3-2 pitch, ground ball over to short or second base. Gasser fields on the backhand, and his only play is to first. So sending Wilson on the pitch there may have prevented a game-ending double play. Gasser makes a play on a hard hit ground ball. Now 2 outs, but the tying run is up to second base.
As Gasser looked up, having fielded the ground ball cleanly, he realized Wilson was already at second. And the base running going to be something to watch here as we move through the ninth. Dirtbags need just one more out.
Rocco Caballero in next, 0 for 11 on the weekend. But if he could come through right here, that would be all that matters for San Jose State. Man on second, 2 out. First pitch misses low in the dirt. Stewart blocks it in front. Caballero 0 for 3 today. Grounded into a double play, struck out, and then grounded out again. Last time up was a ground out to shortstop. Connor Stewart's given a walk to the mound to try and give Diaz the second here. The runner at second, Trevor Wilson, again with good speed. The infield is shaded to the left to play against Caballero. Enright all the way out on the outfield grass in the 5.5 hole at shortstop. At third base, Dylan Lena is hugging the line. Gasser at second is playing just behind the second base bag, a little bit to the second base side of it. 1-0 count, pitch home to Caballero. Slider in the dirt that Stewart smothers right in front of him. But once again, Diaz has fallen behind. It's 2-0 to Rocco Caballero.
Dirtbag is just 1 out away from walking out of the opening weekend of the 2026 season with 2 wins.
Spartans trying to rally. Tying run at second, and another slider bounces in. Stewart with a good job to keep the runner where he is, but for the second straight plate appearance, Eric Diaz has fallen behind 3-0. Second base is open. Dylan Jackson, the on-deck batter. It looks like that they've got a pinch hitter ready out there. Mateo Mendoza in the on-deck circle for San Jose State. 3-0 pitch from Diaz. Fastball that caught the outside corner.
Diaz dials one up. He's 2 strikes away.
Eric Diaz looking for the final out to close out this one. Dirtbags trying to win back-to-back games and take the series against San Jose State. 3-1 pitch from Diaz. Line drive towards the left center gap, ranging over Montgomery, and that's going to fall. They'll cut it off before it gets to the wall, but that's an RBI double for Rocco Caballero. Down to their final out, San Jose State able to rally. It's 2-2 in the top of the 9th inning.
Just a well-hit ball off the bat from Rocco Caballero, who had 21 doubles last season and who had not been able to crack the code here at Blair Field until the Spartans needed him most. Runner on second now for the Spartans. Dirtbags still with 2 outs in the top of the 9th.
This inning is not over. They'll have a chance to try and take the lead now. They might be pulling back the on-deck pinch hitter and putting Jackson back up there. And the Dirtbags are going to make a pitching change as well, so San Jose State will have plenty of time to figure out what they're doing. Rocco Caballero, as the Spartans were down to their final out, steps up and delivers his first hit of the weekend. An RBI double ties this one up in the top of the 9th inning. Eric Diaz blows the save. He'll head to the dugout as the Dirtbags make a pitching change. Be right back to introduce the new arm on 22 West Radio. Caleb Anderson is the new pitcher for Long Beach State. Right-handed throwing graduate student, pitched on Friday through an inning and a third, allowed 1 earned run. It's also a pinch hitter going up for San Jose State. Roan Klein stepping into the left-handed batter's box. Go-ahead run at second base as the first pitch from Anderson misses outside. Ball 1 to Roan Klein. He made the start on Friday night. That game on Friday went 0 for 4. Did come off the bench yesterday as well. Got 1 at bat and flew out for a sacrifice fly. 1-0 hit right off the knuckles back into the netting. It's a 1-1 count. Dirtbags were leading 2-1 entering this top half of the 9th inning. An RBI double with 2 down from Rocco Caballero after he was 0 for 11 in the series, stepping up, delivers as they were down to their final out. 2-2 in the top of the 9th. Caballero now at second base. Pitch from Anderson. Fouled back again by Klein. 1-2. Klein 0 for 4 on the weekend with the sacrifice fly. Trying to come through with his first hit of the season here. 1-2 pitch from Anderson. Fastball missed outside.
Anderson, who previous to his 2 seasons at Fresno State, began his collegiate career at Riverside City College, is also a graduate of
.2-2 count. Sets at the belt. Anderson comes home with a fastball that misses outside. The count's full to Roan Klein. First base is open with Anthony Shepler waiting on deck. The first baseman 0 for 3 today. Payoff pitch from Caleb Anderson. Line drive into the right center gap. That'll get down for a base hit and roll towards the wall. Golden Knights cuts it off, but as he gets it in, it's another RBI double. Roan Klein comes through. Back-to-back RBI doubles for the Spartans. Makes it 3-2 San Jose State in the top of the 9th.
And it's a 2-out, 2-run rally for San Jose State. And Caleb Anderson, who came in to replace Eric Diaz here in the 9th, sees the ball fly off the bat over his head into the gap, and just like that, San Jose State takes their first lead since the top of the 3rd, where they scored their only run previous to the 2 they've put up here in the 9th. It's Dirtbags 2, Spartans 3.
A stunned buzz going around Blair Field right now. Dirtbags were in the lead since the 5th inning. But 2-run rally for San Jose State in the top of the 9th gives them a 3-2 lead. First pitch tapped foul by Anthony Shepler. Yeah. Brought in a pinch runner down at second base for San Jose State. It's Neil Jansen. Was the starting DH last night in the 9 spot in the order. 0-1 count to Anthony Shepler. Pitch from Anderson misses high.
And it's Neil Jansen alongside Trevor Wilson, who Brad Gianfilippo pointed to as the 2 designated runners he was going to lean on this season. Wilson came around to score here in the 9th, and Jensen hoping to do the same.
Next pitch misses outside. 2-1 to Anthony Shepler. Anderson looking to put him away and keep the score where it is. Already a 3-2 lead for San Jose State. Throw behind the runner at second base, but Jansen dives back safe. Two-one pitch from Anderson, a fastball that just missed outside again. He's behind 3-1, first base open with JC Osorio-Agard on deck. 3-1 pitch to Shepler, pulled foul. It's another full count in this inning full of long at-bats for the Spartans.
Jake McCoy got this marathon inning started by taking Eric Diaz the distance.
Payoff pitch from Anderson. Swung on and missed. Got him with a pitch down and in. So Anderson keeps the score there, but it's 2 RBI doubles, first from Rocco Caballero to tie, and then from Ron Klein to take the lead. The Spartans put up a 2-spot in the top of the 9th, and now the Dirtbags will have to try and fight. They'll send the closer back out there. Tyler Albany is looking for 3 more outs. Dirtbags trailing by a run. It's 3-2 San Jose State on 22 West Radio. Connor Stewart coming up to bat to lead off the bottom of the 9th for the Dirtbags. They now trail by a run. Back out the closer for San Jose State. Tyler Albanese came in to get the final 2 outs of the 8th. First pitch taken at the knees for a strike by Stewart. 0 for 2 today, dropped on a sacrifice bunt in 3rd. Fly out and a line out his other 2 at bats.
Albanese now with a new battery mate, Dylan Jackson. Back in the dugout, Dennis Gamister behind the dish now for the Spartans, graduate catcher.
Fouled back on the next one. It's 0-2 to Connor Stewart. Trevor Wilson had pinch run for Jake McCoy. He remains in the game in left field for San Jose State. The 0-2 to Connor Stewart. Ground ball pulled foul down the 3rd base line. Oh-2 pitch to Connor Stewart. Slider that caught the front door. Filthy pitch from Tyler Albanese to record his first strikeout.
You said it best, Bruce. That pitch was filthy. Connor Stewart had no answer, rooted to the spot. Now the Spartans look for their final 2 outs here to complete what 2/3 through the 9th inning looked to be an improbable comeback.
Dirtbags do have the top of the order coming up now. It's Trevor Goldenetz has singled his last 3 times up there. First pitch taken, a slider inside for ball 1. Goldenetz 3 for 4 today. Has a stolen base too, so if he can get on base, he's a threat to run. Third baseman Osorio Agard pulled in on the fringe. Next one, a curveball that popped out early and missed high.
Goldenetz struck out in the first, but he's knocked 3 straight singles in his last 3 appearances at the plate.
Two-0 pitch to Goldenetz, missed down low. So Albanese has fallen behind 3-0 to the speedy Dirtbag leadoff man. Have to imagine this will be a red light from TJ Bruce. 3-0 counts, Golden Nets. 3-2, Spartans lead in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-0 pitch, missed down and in. Another breaking ball, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Trevor Golden Nets. Now this will be very interesting. He's got 3 stolen bases on the weekend, but also has 1 caught stealing, got thrown out trying to nab third base on Friday.
Golden Nets, little pep in his step as he goes up to first base. He represents the tying run for the Dirtbags.
Man on first with 1 out. Now a batter stepping in that no pitcher would ever want to face when their command isn't dialed in. After the 4-pitch walk, Albanese will have to face Camden Gasser. Gasser has already walked 1 time today and 7 times so far in this opening weekend. First, Joshua Pike going to go out for a mound visit with San Jose State all coming together. The full infield crowded around the rubber. Camden Gasser so far today, 1 for 2. He had a single back in the 5th inning, grounded out in the 3rd, walked his first time up in the 1st inning, and then laid down a sacrifice bunt last time up. Number 2 hitter in the Dirtbag order. First year, transferred into Long Beach State after spending the last 2 seasons with Purdue. Big spot for Gasser as the Dirtbags were ahead entering the 9th inning. Held a 2-1 lead before the Spartans came through with back-to-back RBI doubles to take a 3-2 lead in the top half of the frame. Now the Dirtbags trying to fight back and make their own comeback. Camden Gasser digging into the left-handed box. The righty closer, Albanese, comes set on the mound. Good lead at first. They're going to throw over, but Golden Nets dives back safely.
After a standout season at San Jose State, Tyler Albanese cut his teeth in the summer in the Cape Cod League, playing for the Karuk Kettlers. Solid out there as well in one of the top summer ball leagues in the nation.
Golden Nets is running. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. Throw down, bounces in, and it's a stolen base for Trevor Golden Nets. Dove in head first, and he nabbed second on the first pitch of the at-bat. It is 0-1 to Camden Gasser, but now the tying run is in scoring position for the Dirtbags.
And behind the dish, Gemster put in here for the 9th inning. Mishandled the ball as he transferred from his glove to his throwing hand. And he's going to head back to the dugout for some new equipment. Just a fraction of a second, the difference between throwing out Golden Nets and the freshman leadoff man stealing another bag today to put the Dirtbags in prime position to tie this game in with Gasser at the plate representing the winning run. Walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th.
And now you think about maybe even the potential would the Dirtbags be bold enough to have Golden Nets try to steal third base while there's still 1 out. That's where he got thrown out on Friday, trying to nab third base with 2 outs in an inning. 0-1 count to Camden Gasser. Albanese looks back to second. Now comes home. He stays put on the second base. The curveball floats high. Counts 1-1 to Camden Gasser. Now they're going to throw that baseball out. Gasser singled up the middle back in the 5th inning. It's been a low-scoring affair today. 3-2 San Jose State in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 out, and man on second base for the Dirtbags. Albany's downhill with a fastball on the outside corner. Gasser reacts like he didn't agree with the call, but it's 1-2 now to the Dirtbag 2-hitter.
And Albanese, for a little bit extra power, drops his head on his follow-through, making sure that ball has enough dip to catch the bottom of the zone. Spartans 2 outs away.
Gasser's 1 for 6 this weekend. 1-2 pitch, a curveball chopped on the ground over to first base, fielding cleanly. Schepler touches the bag himself. It does move Golden Nets up to third base. So now with 2 outs, the tying run's 90 feet away, and Trotter Enright comes up for the Dirtbags. Enright already had an RBI hit earlier today. It was his double back in the 5th inning that gave the Dirtbags the lead they held all the way until the top half of the 9th.
And the man he brought home in the 5th is now taking a 2-hop lead off of third. Golden Nets represents the tying run.
First pitch to Trotter Enright, a fastball down Broadway for strike 1. The sophomore Trotter Enright started all 3 games at shortstop for the Dirtbags this weekend. Had sporadic playing time last year and has now stepped into a big role in year 2. 0-1 pitch from Tyler Albanese. Fastball just off the outside part. The count evens 1-1.
Spartans dugout ready to explode.
Enright's 4 for 11 on the weekend, has 2 RBI. 2 of his 4 hits are for doubles. 1-1 count. Line drive out into center field. Cota ranging back on a dead sprint, and he gets there to make the catch. Trotter Enright just didn't get enough of it. Brent Cota on a dead run makes the catch in center field, and that retires the side and ends the game. Tyler Albanese closes it out. He'll get the win. San Jose State completes their comeback. A 2-run top of the 9th inning. The Spartans win 3-2, and they take the series 2 games out of 3.
101 off the bat from Trotter Enright. It's 393 to center field here at Blair. That ball dies at 360, and Long Beach, through 26 outs here on Sunday against the Spartans, looked solid, but that 27th out was the hardest to get. And the Spartans turn it around with their backs against the wall. The Dirtbags, for the 2nd straight season under TJ Bruce, drop the opening weekend series. And it ends in heartbreak here.
It was a good swing by Trotter Enright. Got plenty of it, but just stayed in the yard. And Brent Cota with a nice job to range back and make the catch on a dead sprint. San Jose State wins the rubber match of the series 3-2 on a late comeback. They'll shake it up around home plate. Final line scores 3 runs on 7 hits and 0 errors for San Jose State. They only leave 4 on base. Long Beach State finishes with 2 runs, 8 hits and 0 runs, and 10 runners stranded. Luke Howe put in a very good start for Long Beach State, making his collegiate debut. Went 7 innings, but gets his win wiped off the board with a late comeback for the Spartans. Long Beach State drops to 1-2 on the new year.
And it's Eric Diaz who blows the save in the 9th inning, and Caleb Anderson who allows the winning run for the Spartans.
Diaz gets the loss. Tyler Albanese picks up the win. He entered while San Jose State was trailing in the bottom of the 8th and then pitched all the way through the bottom of the 9th inning. San Jose State with a gritty win to finish out the weekend. Long Beach State will remain here at Blair Field, weather permitting, to play on Tuesday against the San Diego Toreros. There is rain in the forecast, so we'll be keeping an eye on that. But Long Beach State found themselves 1 out away from winning back-to-back games and taking the series. Would have been a big boost. Instead, they'll have to shake off a late comeback from the Spartans and try to turn the page to Tuesday.
Certainly something this team is capable of, and although this loss hurts, we said it on Friday night, we'll say it again, it's a long season ahead for Long Beach State. Lessons learned from this one, close out games when you have the chance.
That'll do it for us here at Blair Field. For JayDe Beaudry next to me, Alex Prado on the board, and the rest of our 22 West sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz. This has been Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We'll be back on the air Tuesday as the Dirtbags play host to the San Diego Toreros. Once again, weather permitting, we'll see how that goes. Hope you tune in for that if we do get on the air, and thanks for tuning in today.